Hi everybody, I am Dr. Camille Smith, a counselor for interpersonal violence and a volunteer at a local crisis center. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and I want to give you some information on domestic violence so we can continue to educate you on this topic. So, did you know that domestic violence and emotional abuse are behaviors used by one person to take control of another in a relationship? Those persons may be married, they may be living together, they may be separated, they may be dating, they may have tried to end the relationship, but those persons who shared a domestic relationship together at one point or the other. Another important thing to know is that there are several different types of domestic violence. Some of them you may not have even thought of. Of course, we understand that domestic violence can be criminal, but it is not always criminal. So, domestic violence could consist of physical assault, which of course could be criminal, which is hitting and pushing, shoving, that type of thing. We tend to know what that one is. Domestic violence can also encompass sexual assault and sexual abuse. And we understand what that is as well: forced or unwanted sexual activity. It also includes stalking, when someone is pursuing the other person stealthily, showing up at events where they might be at when they have asked the person not to, or when they're not even supposed to know perhaps where they are. It means that perhaps they're deliberately pursuing that person. That is called stalking. But then we also have emotional, psychological, and financial domestic violence. Financial is when you have somebody who is forced to be financially dependent, either by coming on their job and interfering with their efforts to find work, or by reducing the amount of support and therefore forcing that person to be financially dependent. Psychological and emotional abuse have to do with belittling the person and making them feel that they are less than, attacking their self-esteem. And of course, verbal abuse is when persons use harsh language toward each other and call them stupid and tell them that they'll never amount to anything. Those kinds of behaviors are all considered domestic violence. So I just wanted to share some of that information with you. If you know anybody who's going through that, you could please seek help either at the police or at the Bahamas Crisis Center. Thank you so much.